Have a good morning to my dear class 9 IT students. Today we'll be doing a new topic, and that is very important also, that is charts. So for what reason we are using charts? Charts are basically required for the pictorial representation of the data, because it is really a very good medium that attracts the attention of the readers or viewers, we can say. So whenever we need to represent a data graphically in a worksheet in LibreOffice Calc, we will be taking help of charts only. Okay, chart is actually the best way to compare and to show the relationships between the two items. Okay, so there are many types of charts. So let us understand and let us know more about them. So different types of charts are column chart, bar chart, pie chart, area chart, line chart, XY, which is also known as scatter chart, bubble chart, and more charts are like net chart, stock chart, column and line chart. So let us study these charts one by one and their usage and their practical implementation. Okay, so what is a column chart? Column chart is actually a chart in which the emphasis is given on the comparison of the data items within a specific time period. Okay, so like if you have a worksheet like this, so here you are having roll numbers and you basically are compiling the result of term 2 of class 9, let us say. So in that case, what you have to do, you have to take names of the students and the marks they have scored in different subjects. Okay, so it will be represented in your XY plane. Okay, if your chart is like this only, so we need to represent the name of the students and the marks they have scored. So different rectangles, they are representing the marks of different subjects if when we'll prepare the graph. Okay, so there are basically you need to take care of that the values. Okay, values of these whatever marks they are scoring, the students, they must be organized vertically, and the categories, they must be organized horizontally. Okay, fine. So we have three different types of column chart. One is your normal chart, second is your stacked chart, and third is your percent stacked. Okay, so percent stacked is basically showing the things in the terms of percentage. So this type of chart we are basically using in our mathematical subject also. So this type of chart is basically the similar type of representation. So here what we are trying to do, we are trying to represent the bar means a column chart only, but we are using the stack chart to designing the stack chart to show the relationship of each part that each part has on the total amount. So like if Ramesh is scoring 90 marks in English, 34 marks in Hindi, 99 marks in maths and 100 marks in information technology, so you will see like a stack is a thing that is having one thing over another thing. Okay, like we are putting things in a bag, so the first thing you will put at the bottom, then you will put the second thing, then you will put the third thing. So when you are arranging the data of a single child over one another, then you are giving it a means appearance of a stack only. So the first data of the first student will be represented, then second data, then third data. Okay, third subject's data. So if you want to represent the same stacked data but in terms of percentage, then you will go with this percent stack chart. So let us draw this chart. So for that I am selecting the range from the table only. Okay, the table you need to draw in your worksheet of LibreOffice Calc. Okay, so once you have written these contents, then you need to go in the insert tab, and then further what you will be doing, selecting the chart option. Okay, so here you will find this chart wizard and then this chart type. Okay, so these are the different chart types. Okay, so you need to select column chart first. So I told you it has three variations. This is your normal type chart, this is your stacked, and this is your percent stacked. So you can create a chart in 3D look also. Okay, and whatever look you want, realistic it should look. Okay, different shapes you can have here. Okay, let us say we want to draw it in the, let us first draw in rectangular shape only, then further we'll see to it. Okay, then we'll do next. Okay, then here you need to set these things here. first row as label, these three should be checked. Okay, and then you need to come on the next step. Okay, so here if we want to add these four subjects here. If you want to add or remove anything, you can use these buttons to add or remove. Okay, I want to keep them same, then I will be clicking on the next, and here you can name the axis. Like on an x-axis, you may take the names. Okay, and on y-axis you may take your marks of different students. So let us type it. Okay, I want to display the grids. Grids are the lines. These are the lines that are helping us to judge how much marks one has scored. So I want grid lines on x-axis also. Okay, so let us and these are the legends actually. They are like these types of labels that are giving you indications that which color code is implemented for what subject. Okay, so when let us click on finish. So you see a 3D type of bar column chart has been formed, and here the label is coming names, and here the label is coming marks. Okay, and here names are coming, and you can see if we compare this. So if we compare this Ramesh marks, you can see blue color is for English, this color orange color is for Hindi, maths it is with yellow color, and information technology is with green color. So for all four different subjects, four different colors have been taken, and whatever score they have been scoring, it is represented by the rectangular boxes. Okay, so let us transform this particular type of chart into different form. So when we select this particular chart like this, so we'll get a tab, format tab. Here we can change the type of the chart. Okay, so this time we'll be trying this particular type of chart. Okay, so you can see the variations. This is a stacked chart, so the data is stacked over one another. Okay, so in total, if you will count how much marks Ramesh has been scoring, it will be near about 323, I think. Okay, so it is giving the total of all these marks here. Means the height of this particular stack will depend upon the marks one has scored. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. And similarly, we can go in format tab also. Again, we'll click on the chart type. Okay, then you can change the percent stacked. Okay, so it will be like, you can see it has been converted into percentage only. Rest of the things are same as it was previous, but it is stacked, and the height of these have been improved because it has to show among 100 how much in one subject one has scored. Okay, so you may select the shapes, like you want to go with cones, so the shapes will be changed. So accordingly you can bring changes in your graph that you have generated. Okay, so let us move to next chart, that is bar chart. Bar chart is basically for comparison among the different individuals items. Okay, so it is just a difference is that it is just like your column chart, but here we were organizing the values on the vertical axis and the categories on the vertical axis, but it is different from here. You can compare it. The values were on the vertical axis and categories were on the horizontal axis. Here values on the horizontal axis and categories on the vertical axis. Okay, so if I change the chart type, go in format tab, come here in the chart type. Okay, so it allows me to change the type of the chart. Okay, so you can change, you will find a little bit difference, only the axis has been inverted, that's it, nothing else is different in column chart or bar chart. Okay, so just a matter of representation. A bar chart is also known as histogram. Okay, we can change the shape again, like if you want to have it in the rectangular format, you can go ahead according to your choice only. Like if I want to have in pyramid shape, then it will be changed to pyramids. If you want to have a cylindrical shape, so it will be changed in that part also. I just want bar chart, So I'll click on OK. It will be converted into bar chart only. It is basically used for multiple comparisons. Okay, when we need to display the numerical dimensions, then we can work with it. Okay, next is your it is also of three type: normal, stacked, and percent stacked. So this was your percent stacked. Okay, so let us come to the next type of chart, that is pie chart. Pie chart is actually represented in the round form. Okay, it's a round chart that is divided into zones, which demonstrates the proportional size of an item with respect to the sum of all items. Like if we represent, if we consider that this is a combination of all items, this is a sum of all items that we are having. So if you want to represent a area in a pie chart, it will be shown with a different color. Okay, so if we want to represent the things in the circular form, means we want to represent the things in the circular chart form, then we can go with the pie chart. Okay, so there are many categories like normal, exploded, pie chart. Okay, normal and normal pie chart, exploded pie chart, donut pie chart, exploded donut pie chart. What do you mean by exploded? Like some explosion happens, then what happens? Everything gets scattered. So similarly, this is the original version of the pie chart. When it gets scattered, it looks like this, exploded, this exploded pie chart. Okay, so donut pie chart is basically having a circle inside, a hole inside it. Okay, and when it gets exploded, it becomes like this. Okay, so you don't have to explode it actually, so you just need to give command. Okay, one main thing I just want to clear out, that in pie chart you are representing the things in a whole circular form. Okay, and the biggest fraction, okay, those who have those that the person who has scored, like if in relation to this example, the one who has scored the maximum marks will be shown on the first part in the clockwise position. Okay, let me convert it into the pie chart. So for that, again I am going in chart, and here I'll be selecting pie chart. Okay, let me move this realistic look. Okay, so firstly let me take this normal pie chart. So you can see it is showing the areas. So maximum marks who has scored Aarti in English. The problem with the pie chart is that it shows only one axis, one series of data. Like you want to compare different datas along with the same data. See, it is showing marks only of English marks are being represented. Blue is for Ramesh English marks. Okay, then Geeta's marks are represented here. Similarly, Sanskriti English marks are represented here. Okay, so if you want that how much marks actually they are getting, so on right clicking you will get an option, insert data label. Okay, so when you will click it, you will get the marks. So this marks belongs to Aarti and she has scored 98 marks. Okay, so data labels are helping you to read out the data. Fine. So if you want to have other subject marks also, so pie chart simple will not work. So for that, what you need to do, you need to go in format tab. Okay, see beta, one thing I just want to make clear to you, that when you will select this chart, when this chart will be selected like this, then only these tabs will be there with you. Otherwise you will keep on finding where these tabs ma'am is using. So firstly select this chart, the border should be highlighted like this, then only you will get these tabs. And then you will get sorry, a format tab. There you will go with the chart type. Okay, then I'll be using exploded pie chart, so it will be exploded when I'll click it here and click on OK. See, now it has been exploded, but still it is similar to pie chart representation, only one series of data, yani means it is just representing data of single subject. Okay, so if we are going to bring changes, like we want to insert data of other subjects also, again we are going, now we'll go with the donut chart. So donut chart and exploded donut chart, they both are helping us to represent a series of data by different circles. Now you see, so now you will be having different datas. Now if you want to insert labels, these are the numbers, right? Okay, so I'm inserting labels, it will represent that these are the marks of different subjects. Okay, so this is in the 3D look. so it is giving a better and attractive appearance. So pie charts, we are using pie chart, the variation, like we have the donut chart. Okay, donut chart is for the representation of different series. So with the same data, if we want to go with exploded donut chart, so it will get exploded, and it will look like this, means the outer layer of this data or this donut chart will be exploded only. So let us change it. So in chart area, now I'll be selecting exploded, so you will find the change like this only. Okay, it has been exploded. Rest of the representation is same. I hope it is clear to you, beta. Now let us move. Beta, if you are not, you have not selected the 3D look, it will not look like this. It look like this. This is 2D view. I have taken 3D view, so it is giving me better representation. So go with 3D view. It will give you better visualization of the data. Okay. So now let us move to the next type of chart, that is area chart. Area chart is basically used to depict the time series relationship. Okay, so when we have to show relationship of the data with time, like how the data is varying along with the time, so when we want to show that type of relationship, then we will use the area chart. So it is representing data in terms of area. Okay, so you can see I will make this chart in 3D to give you a better look. These are 2D charts only. Okay, so again I'm going in format tab and I'm clicking on the chart area, and this time I'll be selecting the area chart. So if I'm not selecting this 3D look, so you'll see that it will look like this. It is difficult to read these things, but for the simplification of these things, I'm selecting the 3D option. Okay, so now you will be able to get the data much more clearly. Okay, so these are the legends that are giving me the descriptions. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. We can stretch the data so that we may read it properly. Okay, so it is in our hand only. As much we want to expand, we can, for the better understanding of the data. Fine. So there are 3 variations in it actually. Basically data values that are plotted on the x and y axis, okay, using the data points that are connected through the line segments. Actually, firstly, the data points, like the Ramesh has scored 90 marks in English, and then he has scored 99 marks in mathematics. Okay, and so on we are representing, and he has scored very less marks in Hindi, sorry, so it has been hidden. Okay, so in this way we are representing. So firstly the data points are marked, and then these data points are connected with the line to give a area like appearance to it. Okay, so we can have 3 variations, like normal, stacked, and percent stacked. Okay, stacked again is on the same concept. One above one is placed on the other type of subject, means marks of one subject of a student has been placed over the other. Okay, so let us now bring this change here. So this is your stacked chart, so you can see how it is looking like. So we are stacking the things one over the other, and firstly we have drawn the points, and then we have combined it through the lines, so it is giving an area like appearance to us. Okay, so percent stack, it will give the things in the percentage. Okay, so let me select it, change type. Okay, so it is 3D look, so that is why it is giving better appearance. If I'll change it to 2D, you'll see it will not be that much interesting. Okay, so I'm taking this 3D look for better visualization of the things. Okay, so better you go with 3D look, it will give you a better idea of the things. Okay, so in this way we can represent the charts. Okay, so next comes the line chart. So here the data is represented in the form of lines. So whenever we have to show the changes over the time, okay, the whatever changes are, like initially the sale was this much, and again it brought up, and then down, and then up. So when we want to observe the change over the time, okay, then we are going with the line chart. So it is basically used to display the comparisons. It doesn't allow multiple comparisons. It is known as frequency polygon. Okay, so there are many variations in it, like points only, it will be represented with only points, then points and along with the lines. Okay, then lines only the lines will be represented, no points will be mentioned. And last one is the 3D lines. Okay, in the terms of 3D lines it will be represented like this. So let us use this particular type of chart. So for that, again I'm going in format tab, then insert chart type. So line chart we are taking, so we have 4 variations. You can see point only, points and lines only, and 3D lines. Okay, so I have to uncheck this stack series, but because it will not show me the right answer if it will be checked on. Okay, so firstly with this, so it is showing me only the points. Fine. So next is, again we'll select the second type. Okay, you can see it is showing points and lines also. Fine, like this one. Next we will be taking only lines and then 3D lines. Okay, chart type, then this is only lines. You can see points has been removed. Here we have points also, but in this we have only lines, rest everything is same. And this is for the 3D lines. Okay, so I am telling you, if you will click on this tag series, what will happen, you will not be able to see the contents properly in this case especially. Okay, so it is giving me confusion. So stacked, it is actually stacked like appearance one over the another. Okay, so if you don't want to use it, it is totally your choice. Fine. So if you will add it, that then also you will get the representation stacked one over another. So it is your choice, whatever you want to deal with. Okay, so let us now move to the next type of chart, that is XY. XY is also known as scattered chart. This type of chart is actually used to represent the relationship among the numerical values using variety of data series. When we are working with variety of data series, when we have variety of data, okay, then we have to go with this numeric data. And whenever we are dealing with data which is related to the engineering, okay, scientific data you are dealing with, or statistical data you are dealing with, okay, then you can go with this XY chart. So it will represent the point locations on the chart, and set of points will be used to display the data series. Okay, so in XY may you will the data will be scattered in the form of dots on the chart area. Okay, so you can have variations in it, like points only the points will be represented, points and lines will be represented, lines only means only lines will be represented. It is 3D lines. So it is giving the similar type of options like the line chart was giving you. Okay, so let us change the concept here. Again, format tab, we will go here, and then chart type. So we have 4 types of chart, so you can go with any one. So this is the first one. Okay, then we can go with the second type. You can use the stacked series or you may avoid it, it is totally your choice. Okay, so this is the second one. Okay, then next is, actually this was your line chart, I need to show you the scattered chart. So this is your first one. Okay, now again we are going to change the concept. Just by clicking it, you can see it is your points and line chart, this is your line only chart, and this is your 3D line chart. Okay, so it is your choice which particular thing you want to select on. Basically we are using the scattered chart when there are more number of data and we are working with the scientific or statistical or engineering data. Okay, so next type of chart is your bubble chart. Bubble chart is actually used mainly to represent the financial data. When we are dealing with the financial data, like we want to represent in how much time sales, how much sale has been done. Okay, so you can use x plus y axis, means we are using just a bubble to represent this x and y concept. Means here you will be having time. Okay, on this axis you will be having the sales. Okay, so when how you will read it, you will read through the center of this bubble. Okay, so when you are scoring means when the time was 20, your sale was this. Okay, and you see the variation in the magnitude, means this size of the bubble is also changing. So like this change is also being represented with the help of means third, it will be taken up the third variable, like in some period of time what was the sale and what was the revenue generated. If we have three factors, okay, so in order to represent the relation among three variables we are using it. So 2 will be represented by one single dot, okay, like if you read out this particular column, okay, so this was the I have taken example, like in time 20, let us say in 20 how much sales we have done, 30, okay. So let us take the center point here like this, okay. So in time 20 how much sales was done, 30, and how much revenue was generated means how much was the profit, that much profit. So, but when we were doing sales after 50 minutes we generated how many sales were done, 60 sales were done, but how much profit was there, this much only, okay. So the size of the bubble is showing the third variable, okay. So two variables are shown by the bubble, okay, and we will locate the things from the center point of the bubble, okay. In this way we read the data from the bubble, okay. So here it is written the two bubbles in the two variables in the bubbles chart are represented for representing the position on x and y axis, okay. Two variables are represented from on the x and y axis, and third variable that we are taking will be represented by the magnitude, means the size of the bubble, okay. I hope it is clear to you. So we'll not be able to represent this particular chart, bubble chart, with this data because we are not dealing with the numeric data only. So still I'll be trying to represent the things, okay. So two types of data, and third one is for the representation. Actually we have selected the four ones na, so that is why it is showing two dots, otherwise it would have shown one dot only, okay. So next type of chart is net chart. Beta, chart sheet, this is your chart sheet, okay. This chart sheet contains only one chart, this chart sheet contains only one chart and does not display any data source. There is no data source. What is your data source? This is your data source, okay. So one thing I want to clear, that these charts are basically embedded means they have been inserted inside this LibreOffice Calc, okay. They have not been linked, they have been embedded, okay. One thing that I'll tell you, beta, go there and you will get this, okay. So I'm giving you a link, but when you are coming to me I'm giving you something, that means I'm embedding, that is embedding. So this chart has been embedded inside this LibreOffice Calc, it has not been linked, okay. So somewhere you will read this concept embedded. So in your worksheet, the data source, this is your data source where the data is lying, and this is your chart. So chart plus data source is embedded in your worksheet of LibreOffice, okay. Next is your net chart. It is giving appearance like spider net, okay. So basically it is representing one subject data with one line, fine. So in this way we have done it, like you can see this is showing the four subject data here properly, and these data are connected to with each other, like all Hindi marks of different students have been represented by orange color. Blue color is indicating the English marks of all the students. In this way we can read it out, okay. So different variations like points and lines, here it is only lines, and here it is filling the color also, okay. So this is the reason we are using it. So it is using a radial look, okay, like in a circular pattern it is showing the data, fine. Next is your stock chart. Basically it is used for the market movements, like stock market up and rise. We want to show the bottom line, bottom line and the top price and closing price of the stocks. That is, if you want to represent the transaction volume, then also you will be going with this is stock chart, sorry, okay. So let us see. So there are four variations, okay. They are used for different representations, fine. So okay, I hope you are able to see all of the things, fine. So beta, next last chart is your column and line chart. So the column and line chart, here the data will be represented in terms of columns as well as lines. So let us see it. There are two variations, columns and lines, and then stacked columns and lines. So firstly, understand this part. See, we were having four subjects. You can see we were having the four subjects: English, Hindi, Math, Science. So three subjects are represented by the columns, and one subject is represented by this line. Okay, you can see number of lines is 1. If you will increase from here, so two subjects will be represented by lines and two will be represented with columns. So if you will increase more, so there were four subjects in total, now three are represented by lines and one is represented by column. Okay, so it is your choice only how you want to represent. Now if you want to see this thing, so in stacked formats it is like this, but if I will decrease the number of lines, then it will give you better appearance. So it is stacked, you can see, and one subject is represented with the line. I hope it is clear to all of you. Different types of charts, their utilities, how to draw them, do practice them. Okay beta. Acha, now the important concept, now the chart components. Okay, so there are different chart components. Many of the components have discussed, like this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, and here you can give the title of the x-axis, like I have given names. Okay, you can see this is the y-axis title, this is your x-axis, actually this is your y-axis. Okay, these are your labels. When I'm dropping this pointer, you can see the name of the things also. These are legends. Okay, so these are your legends. Fine, legends are to give you more information. Okay, then chart title we can give. How we can give chart title? So we can give title of the chart. Okay, x-axis, y-axis. In this tab you will get the titles. Okay, x-axis, y-axis title, and when we are drawing the charts, then also we are getting it. So if you want to add the grids also, major and minor grids, okay, so you can add them also in your particular. I have already added these grids. These are the lines, these are the lines that are giving you graph like appearance, so these are known as grids. Okay, so these are different things: x-axis, y-axis, data series. Okay, chart area. See, this is your chart area. Let me highlight. This is your chart area. Chart area, you can see. 1 minute. So I can take different color so that it may be shown. This is my chart area. I hope it is clear. Then chart title we can write here. Okay, so titles here, let me add chart. Fine, so you can see the title, it has appeared. Fine, so in this way you can add chart title. Fine, then next is your plot area. This is the plot area. Let me show where this particular this is the plot area where the chart has been plotted. This complete is the chart area, and this part is your, where the chart is being represented, is your chart area. Okay, sorry, plot area. Legends, these are the legends. Okay, these are the grid lines, that has been drawn to give you a graph like appearance. Data labels, these are the data labels. I hope this part is clear to you. Okay, we have already used these labels, and these are actually the legends components of the chart. This is very important topic. You can be asked in your exams, explain different types of chart components, then you need to explain all these. Then how to create a chart, I have shown you. For every chart I have shown you. In a book it has shown only one chart how to draw, but I have shown all the charts. Kindly fill these. There are the three type of column charts in LibreOffice. Yes, it is true. The pie chart is round chart. Yes, divided into zones. Okay, the chart sheet contains only one chart and does not display the source data. Okay, chart sheet is only displaying the chart only. We have seen this, it was given here only in the book. I told you this is your chart sheet only. This is your chart sheet. Okay, so you can see it is given in your book also. I can show you. This is chart sheet. It only contains one chart, doesn't contain your source data. This is your source data. It is in the worksheet. This is the chart sheet. Okay, The chart area is chart sheet only. Thank you so much beta. Revise these things.